and this is a public official who has proven to be a strong leader and advocate for women. The nominator is Representative The nominator is Marcia Nichols, and she'll be nominating Representative Kirsten. Marcia was not able to be here tonight, so she asked me to read this nomination. Our union sister, Kirsten, has proved to be a magnificent legislator. She is working hard to represent Cedar Rapids, education, and middle-class families. Kirsten is serving her first two-year term after a special election in 2009 that thrust her into the political spotlight. She is no stranger to the Democratic Party or grassroots activism. Please welcome Kirsten running Marquardt.
Thank you very much. I wish that Marcia could be here. When I ran out of the Capitol, she was scraping name tags off the floor to make sure that the workers in the state of Iowa would not be penalized because the Capitol had been left untidy. And that's just a testament to her and all that she does and all that she has done for the workers in the state of Iowa. I appreciate her nominating me for this award tonight. Marcia Nichols has stood by me since the beginning, and there's some people who say, sure, let's elect women, let's support women, but Marcia really puts her money where her mouth is, and also her support where her mouth is, and without her I wouldn't be here today. I'm going to work hard. I know I'm a new legislator, and I'm going to work hard to deserve this award that you all have bestowed upon me. I thank Don's List for giving me this award. There is still change that's needed when we're looking at women. Your group is relevant. Representative Tyson and I have chats once in a while in the restroom. The first couple months I was there, I was told 4 times that clerks don't put their coats there. They should put their coats down over here. And then I would go to tables and they'd say, we want your legislator to come and pick up the informational packet, not the clerks. And I learned to wear my name tag then every single day after that. It says state representative on it. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for the young women and just women in general that you support. There are, and I'll wrap it up here, sorry. Women who have kicked the door open so that young women like myself and others who are here today, legislators, we can push our way through. Many of those things were already mentioned tonight in Marcia Nichols' earlier speech before, but we also have some like Annette Doder and others from Eastern Iowa as well that are should be mentioned. I wouldn't be a good organizer if I didn't ask you all for some things before I ended it with a couple more thank yous. I ask many of you in this room to continue to be wonderful role models that you are, to ask women to run for office, and then ask them again, and then ask women one more time and get the bench ready. I also ask you to consider supporting women when they get there. And not only volunteering, but we need your checks. So when I call you later this year to ask you to donate, please consider donating to my campaign. I just want to thank really quick, I know this isn't an Academy Award, I don't get on my desk here. But I want to take this opportunity to publicly thank a couple people who make up Team Running Marquardt. My husband is here tonight, Boyd Marquardt. My sister, Elizabeth, running high. The Dvorsky family, Sue and Bob. Representative Steckman, who the theme is, when she was running for minority leader, I gave her speech, nominating speech, and I said, since she's my roommate, she puts up with my shit, she can put up with yours. She won overwhelmingly. Natasha Newcomb, who inspires me daily. And all of you here tonight, thank you for what you do on behalf of women. Thank you for your support. I will work hard to earn this award and hope you have a good night. Thank you.
And now I saw Representative, is it still on? I saw Representative Mascher. Come on up. Mary Mascher wrote the nomination for the local elected official, who is the Johnson County Recorder, Kim Painter.
I've been driving around trying to find this place. I thought I knew where it was, so I hope I'm not the only one. Good evening. We just came from a pretty amazing public hearing, and it's great to see so many active women in the room, because there were a lot of active women tonight speaking on behalf of labor. Pretty exciting. Kim, good evening. So good to see you here. I nominated Kim Painter for the Dawn's Local Elected Official Award because she's a strong woman, and she exemplifies thousands of locally elected women from across the state. In 1998, she was elected as our Johnson County Recorder, and Kim is a respected county official who has won her last 3 elections with no opposition from the Republican Party. Let me repeat that. Kim has had no opponent in the last 3 election cycles. I think that speaks highly of her. She was the first openly lesbian woman elected to a county-wide office in Iowa, and in 2007 she served as the president of the Iowa State Association of Counties. So it's not just in Iowa City and in Johnson County that we admire and respect her, it's across the state. She also served as the chair of the Iowa Commission on the Status of Women, where she advocated for the rights of women and girls across the state. In April of 2009, when the Iowa Supreme Court issued its ruling on same-sex marriage, for the first time in the history of our state, Kim began issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples in Johnson County. Prior to that date, she denied these requests because as county recorder, she had the duty of enforcing the law, despite her personal opposition to that very same law. In Kim's own words, I believe that equal protection applies to marriage. We tried to parse and negate equal protection for certain classes of people, and if we try to make the equal protection, take the equal protection away from a certain class of people, then we destroy the constitutional fabric itself. And she said it very well. After the court decision, some county recorders tried to deny marriage licenses on the grounds that they did not personally support same-sex marriage. Kim was the first to remind her colleagues of the oath they had taken to fulfill their responsibilities to the best of their abilities. According to the Iowa Department of Public Health, 1,783 same-sex marriages took place in Iowa in 2009. One of those marriages was Kim's, her marriage to her longtime partner, Jessica Carden, on September 2nd, 2009. Kim has actively worked to elect Democratic women at the federal, state, and local level. She has been a mentor to many who have sought elected office. She has willingly knocked doors, made phone calls, attended fundraisers, and supported those who needed help with their campaigns. She understands the importance of being a role model for those seeking elected office, and she has assisted young women in their efforts to be that next generation of women leaders. I've known Kim for over 20 years, and during that time, I have always admired her tenacity, her work ethic, and her strong voice for the rights of others. Kim is truly deserving of the Dawn's Elected Local Official Award, and it is with great pride that I stand here tonight to thank my friend and to let her know how truly proud I am of her. Kim, congratulations, you rock.
I'm tempted to ask for 5 or 10 minutes to kind of catch my breath. I admire Mary Mascher. I admire a lot of people in this room, first of all, but I really have always had a very special spot in my heart for Mary Mascher for the ways in which she has stood up for so many people for so much of her career. And it's very moving to hear her say such kind of things about me. In fact, it is true that I did get married, and a story I like to tell because it's so peculiar is that, and this could happen to you if you are a young person who's thinking, or any age person who's thinking of running for office, you never know what's going to come down the pipe or when. There was a day in my office when we began to issue marriage licenses, and a phone call came to me. And the staff person came in and said, Kim, there's a call from you. And she had a funny look on her face. And I picked up the phone and the woman said, this is Sarah Fogel. I work at Harpo Productions with Oprah. And she was asking me because in my enthusiasm, I had let it be known to an Associated Press reporter that I was going to be married in the fall if I wanted to get married on the Oprah show. That's just one of those little moments that can give you just about a heart attack. I politely said no and thought to myself, we are not those kinds of girls. And I directed them to an advocacy group, which found them a lovely couple from West Des Moines, I believe, to get married on the show. Anyway, so strange things can happen. Those of you who know me and have heard me speak before know that normally I fuss over what I'm going to say, and I usually have crisp white printer paper, and it's all typed up and arranged just the way I want it to be. And today I'm standing before you with these 2 little pieces of yellow paper, and there's a reason for that, and with handwriting on it. I was at the Capitol today. I was at the Capitol today with teachers, firefighters, iron workers, clerical staff, and nurses. I was at the Capitol with legislators, with senators and representatives, Republicans and Democrats. I was at the Capitol today with a woman who works for a state advocacy group, a woman who has been told not to advocate. I was there today amidst part of an ordinary working day in the life of state government, and I was also privileged to be there as part of an absolutely extraordinary demonstration of political protest and free speech. And I looked around and I thought, why is it so hard to find good executive leadership? I mean, there were great leaders there, wonderful individuals who take a stand every day for the rights of Iowans. Many of them are here tonight, and we are right to be very grateful for them. But how did we ever get to a place where it was okay to come after the Constitution, to come after women's medical choices, to come after government of, by, and for the people? I can't give you an answer as to how we got here, but I know the only way out is to cultivate those who will lead without regard to political gamesmanship, without regard to the division and dissension and cultural dissonance in our world today. We need leaders who will lead for all of us. I believe they're out there, and some are right here in this room. And Iowans, being a good and thoughtful people, will find and embrace them. But for tonight, I just want to thank you for this honor and for the work you do cultivating the garden of leadership for our state. And again, I also want to thank Representative Mary Mascher for the great honor of nominating me. Thank you all. Have a great night.